Hello, language lovers. Welcome back to Language Learning Tips, the podcast that helps you speak with confidence, learn smart, and make real progress every single day. I'm your host, and it's great to have you here. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're learning a language, but not really moving forward? Maybe you've said things like, "I want to learn faster, but I just don't have time." Or, "I study every week, but nothing seems to stick." If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth is, most learners focus too much on what they are learning and not enough on how they are learning. That's where today's episode comes in. We're diving into 7 simple daily habits that you can easily add to your routine. Yes, even if you're juggling work, school, or 1,000 other things. These habits are backed by research, used by successful learners around the world, and, most importantly, they actually work. Because here's the thing, when it comes to language learning, consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need to study for hours. Just a few smart, focused minutes each day can create amazing results over time. So, whether you're learning Spanish, French, Korean, Japanese, or anything in between, grab a cup of tea, take a walk, or get comfy. This episode is packed with real, practical tips to help you learn faster, remember more, and feel more confident using your new language. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with something quick, effective, and surprisingly powerful, learning just 5 new words each morning. Why this works? When you first wake up, your brain is at its freshest. You haven't been overloaded with decisions or distractions yet, so it's the perfect time to absorb new information. Think of it like a morning warm-up for your brain, just as you'd stretch your muscles before a run. How to do it? Keep it simple. You can write 5 words on a sticky note and place it somewhere you'll see it, on your bedside table, bathroom mirror, or even on the kettle. Or, go digital and use apps like Anki, Quizlet, or Memrise to create a daily 5 flashcard deck. These apps use spaced repetition, a technique proven to help you remember words more effectively over time. Make it personal. Don't just pick random words from a textbook. Choose vocabulary that's meaningful to you. If you're into photography, pick words like lens, exposure, or frame. If you love baking, maybe whisk, dough, or sprinkle. When the words matter to you personally, they are much more likely to stick. Bonus tip. Challenge yourself to use each of those 5 words in a sentence before lunchtime. Whether it's in a journal, a voice memo, or a quick chat with your language exchange partner, it's the usage that really helps them sink in. Remember, it's not about learning hundreds of words in a day, it's about making 5 of them really count. This one's a game changer, background listening. It's easy, effortless, and surprisingly effective. Most of us spend chunks of our day doing repetitive or passive tasks, commuting, tidying the house, cooking dinner, going for a walk. And while these activities don't require much brain power, they are actually golden opportunities to soak up some language input. Pop in your headphones and listen to a podcast in your target language, YouTube videos with or without subtitles, audiobooks, or short stories. Or use an app like LingQ, which turns real-life content, like news articles and blog posts, into interactive lessons. Why this works? Even if you're only understanding 30 to 40% of what you hear at first, that's fine. You're still training your ear to pick up the melody, pronunciation, and rhythm of the language. Just like with music, the more you hear it, the more familiar and natural it becomes over time. Make it passive, but purposeful. There's no need to take notes or pause every few seconds. Just let the language wash over you. Just let the language play while you fold laundry or do the dishes. Think of it as language immersion without needing to travel. Pro tip: choose content that interests you. Love crime stories? Find a podcast in that genre. Into food or travel? There's something out there for every taste, and when you're genuinely interested, you'll listen for longer. So, next time you're multitasking, let your ears do the learning. Language is all around you. Just press play and let it flow. Let's be honest, if the material bores you, you're unlikely to stick with it. That's why this next habit is all about reading things that genuinely interest you in your target language. Sure, grammar books have their place, but let's be honest, they are not exactly page turners. Instead, dive into content that makes you smile, think, or even laugh. That could be a comic strip with visual clues to help you along, a recipe blog if you love cooking, a children's book with simple structures and rich vocabulary, Instagram captions or tweets from native speakers and influencers, or even a short chapter from a novel you've already read in your native language. When you're enjoying the content, you're far more likely to keep reading, and that sense of enjoyment fuels motivation, which is the key to long-term learning. Try the intensive reading method 3 to 4 times a week. Read one paragraph slowly. Highlight 2 or 3 useful expressions or new words. Jot them down in a small notebook or an app like Notion. Then, challenge yourself to use one of them later that day, in writing or in conversation. Pro tip: don't worry about understanding every single word. Focus on context and curiosity. If it grabs your attention, it's doing the job. Reading should feel like a treat, not a task. So, pick something that sparks your interest, and let it pull you deeper into the language. This next habit might feel awkward at first, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do to boost your fluency, speaking aloud for just 3 minutes a day. No partner. No problem. You don't need another person to practice speaking. Just grab your phone, set a timer, and talk out loud. Here's what you could say. Describe what you see around you. There's a cup of tea on my desk. The window is open. I can hear birds chirping. Recount your day so far, or plan what you're going to do. First, I had breakfast. Then I worked on a report. After that, I'm going for a walk. Talk about your favorite film, series, book, or even your opinion on something light like pineapple on pizza. The key is not perfection, it's practice. Every time you speak, you're training your brain to form sentences more quickly, recall vocabulary faster, and reduce hesitation. If you want to level up, record a 1-minute video and post it on social media, or keep it for yourself as a progress journal. It might feel scary at first, but imagine how cool it'll be to watch yourself improve over weeks or months. And remember, mistakes are proof you're trying. Don't let them stop you, let them teach you. So, find a quiet corner, press that timer, and get talking. Your future fluent self will smile and thank you. Let's talk about something small, but powerful. A micro-journal. Think of it as your daily check-in with the language you're learning. It's not about writing essays. It's about capturing little moments, just 2 or 3 sentences a day. Here's how it might look. This morning, I made a cup of coffee. It smelled amazing. Then I read an article about dolphins. Simple, right? But here's why it works. Writing like this helps you practice grammar and vocabulary in a real-life context. You're not just memorizing words, you're using them in meaningful ways. You'll also find yourself thinking in the language, even if just for a few minutes. And that's a big win. The more you think in the target language, the more natural it becomes. Not sure what to write about? Your meals. A funny moment at work. The weather. Something new you learned. A sentence you heard and liked. Bonus tip: keep it all in one notebook or digital note. Every few weeks, go back and reread your entries. You'll start to notice progress, better sentences, richer vocabulary, fewer mistakes. That little flip through can be a real confidence boost. And here's the best part: you're building a habit that grows with you. It only takes 2 minutes, but the results compound like magic. So tonight, before bed, grab your pen or phone and jot something down. Your future fluent self will be glad you did. Here's a truth that often gets overlooked. Reviewing is just as important, if not more so, than learning something new. So many language learners fall into the trap of always chasing new words, new grammar rules, or new phrases. And yes, learning new things is exciting, but without review, those things fade quickly from memory. Here's the key: spend 5 to 10 minutes a day reviewing what you already know. That small habit can double your retention. You could rewatch a short video or clip from last week. Go over your micro-journal and spot words you forgot. Scroll through flashcards or notes from earlier lessons. Redo an exercise you found tricky the first time. This doesn't have to feel repetitive. In fact, repetition is your friend. When your brain sees something again and again, it marks it as important, and that's when the magic happens. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It doesn't take long, but you wouldn't skip it, right? It keeps things fresh and in good shape. And don't worry if you feel like you're going backwards. You're not. You're building a stronger foundation, one that'll help everything else stick faster and longer. So tomorrow, before diving into a new lesson, pause for 5 minutes. Give yesterday's knowledge a little attention, and watch how much more you retain over time. Let's face it, if something feels like hard work all the time, we're far more likely to give up. But if we can make it feel like play, we'll keep coming back without even thinking about it. That's the secret behind this final habit: gamify your language learning. Turn your study time into something you genuinely look forward to. How? Use apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or LingQ. They turn vocabulary and grammar practice into levels, streaks, and badges. You'll feel a little spark of accomplishment every time you unlock something. Or try creating mini challenges with friends. For example, who can use the word enormous correctly 3 times today? Let's both learn 5 new words and quiz each other tonight. Even something as simple as a word of the day can turn into a daily minigame. Put it on your mirror, phone screen, or lunchbox, somewhere visible, and try to use that word as many times as you can throughout the day. Bonus idea: set up a simple reward system for yourself. Finish your 15-minute study session. Great! Time for a piece of chocolate, a fun YouTube break, or a gold star on your calendar. It sounds silly, but it works. When learning a language feels like a game, motivation becomes natural. You stop thinking of it as a chore and start seeing it as something you get to do, not something you have to do. So go on, make learning feel like play, and watch how far it takes you. Let's take a moment to recap the 7 simple yet powerful habits that can truly transform the way you learn a language. 1. Learn 5 new words each morning. Start your day with a quick dose of vocabulary to wake your brain up and set the tone. 2. Listen while doing daily tasks. Turn idle moments like cleaning or commuting into valuable language input time. 3. Read what you love. When you enjoy what you're reading, you'll absorb more and actually look forward to learning. 4. Speak aloud for 3 minutes. Build fluency and confidence just by talking to yourself every day without pressure. 5. Keep a micro journal. Just a couple of sentences daily can help you reflect, review, and build real-life vocabulary. 6. Review what you already know. Repetition is the glue of memory. Give old material a second look before chasing something new. 7. Make it a game. Use apps, challenges, or rewards to keep your learning light, fun, and consistent. The best part? These habits don't require huge blocks of time or massive effort. They are designed to fit into your routine, even if you're juggling work, family, or study. If you follow them regularly, you'll be amazed at how quickly your understanding deepens, your memory sharpens, and your confidence soars. So go on, choose one habit to start with today. Small steps, taken daily, lead to big results. Now it's over to you. Which habit will you try first? Will you start your day with 5 new words? Will you speak aloud for 3 minutes? Or perhaps begin a micro journal with just a few lines? Whichever habit you choose, remember, the key is to keep things small and consistent. These tiny steps, repeated daily, can lead to huge progress over time. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. It's always inspiring to see how others are applying these ideas in real life. Your story might even motivate someone else to take that first step. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow the podcast or subscribe if you're on YouTube. And why not share it with a friend who's learning a language too? You never know how much of a boost they might need right now. Most importantly, remember this: language learning isn't about getting it perfect. It's about showing up each day, doing your best, and letting your confidence grow naturally. Mistakes are part of the journey. They mean you're trying, and that's something to be proud of. Thanks so much for tuning in. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, take care and happy learning.